Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What you're about to see is a set of video clips integrated to showcase the collaborative work that was carried out by our team as part of contributing to how or what measures we have put in place to drive down or to improve efficiencies, and what other systems and processes contribute to this key enabler which feeds into Steve Griffith's 5 pillars and which is well documented in our JMP 3-year plan. An example of how we're achieving this is the deployment and optimization of workforce at the Island platform at Clapham North, where a member of staff is deployed to carry out platform management at a safe location, ensuring that train service reliability, platform train interface, which is our core critical issue, is managed effectively without compromising the headways for delivering our train per hour output. Like most world-class organizations or organizations that are aspiring to be world-class, London Underground, especially on the Northern Line, we've taken advantage of technology. The deployment and use of technology is now a critical measure of our success. What started with the upgrades of our signals, of our train service, has now been extended to the station environment in such a manner in which we now have upgraded ticket self-service machines. This new way of doing business, which is informed by the feedback our customers have given us, has now empowered our customers to use our machines as they see fit. In other words, tailor-made service. Staff are on hand to provide advice and to offer guidance to customers in terms of how they can use these machines either within the station environment or as an online portal, and this is now influencing customer buying habits. These are significant strides we are taking to demonstrate how best we can optimize our workforce whilst ensuring technology and the latest technology is at the center of our world-class customer service delivery targets.
One area of our performance on trains that's always been an issue is attendance. Now, we can moan and groan at the attendance policy, but ultimately we need to engage with our staff and our stakeholders to ensure that the services we're providing are the best. We work closely with occupational health, but sometimes it's good for them to be involved in the decisions that are made daily at a local level. This is why we're engaging with the occupational health department locally, and they're doing our mobility tests. Yes, it is a strain on resources, but they are understanding what the train operators have to go through and achieve to do their duties, with an outcome hopefully that any graded returns would be reduced. Night tube is a challenge for us. New drivers, new rosters, but it's something we're going to have to manage. Our customers want a service that runs 24 hours a day. London deserves a service that runs 24 hours a day. But we do have challenges with rostering, with annual leave, performance management. All these things are going to jump on us very quickly, and we need to find solutions that ultimately protect the business and then protect our customers. Training has always been a challenge. How do we do it? What do we do? Why do we do it? Very pertinent questions. But ultimately, it's to ensure that we run a safe, reliable service for our customers. Training and continuing monitoring of our new drivers for Night Tube will be a constant challenge for us. How do we manage their performance? How do we manage their welfare? It's things that we must look at. To keep moving forward, the Northern Line undergoes many projects and engineering works throughout the year that not only bring issues with resourcing, planning, and how we can still continue to drive forward and provide great customer service, but we have to look at the resources and how we best use those. In the service control part, my colleague will be talking around how they interact and work with many stakeholders to minimise the impact that our customers see and feel So our challenges are not always around money efficiencies, they're around how we engage with our staff to make sure that they understand how and what we need to do to make us successful.
Highgate Service Control Centre, the home of teamwork, high performance and excellence. Over the years, we have been set measures and targets which we have exceeded remarkably well. Every year, the bar is raised and we step up and reach that bar. This isn't just with service control operating alone, but in collaboration with trains and stations. I suppose the purpose of today is to understand, not as a collective group, what our priorities and challenges are, but what lies ahead in the next few years within service control and what solutions we can come up with. Our key challenges are 5 different areas: projects, staffing, business needs, infrastructure and fleet. What we'll do now is look at each individual topic and discuss not only what the challenge and priority is, but what our solution is. So what in actual fact we're doing is putting our customers' and users' needs at the core of our decision making and giving them the most efficient Northern Line that we possibly can. One of our other biggest challenges is staffing. First of all, we have to ensure that we have got a full establishment, fully trained staff. This is quite a long process that we have to go through because we can lose staff in a matter of weeks, but it takes months and months of intense training to get someone qualified. So what we have to do is we have to be that little bit smarter, a bit more forward planning involved to ensure that when we do put our plans in place, we are looking into the future. We know, for example, with big projects coming up, such as Battersea Extension, we'll be looking at raising our establishment. Therefore, we need to put plans in place, speaking to recruitment and resourcing, ensuring that those service controllers are in position to be locally trained up. What we do as well is we have a process now of step up, step down, where we can now ensure that if we are short in areas such as DRM roles or service manager roles, service controllers roles, particularly the cycling side, that we have a group, a team that are able to step down into or step up into whichever role is required. This, I think, maximises efficiency, reducing costs in the long run, ensuring, again, a very efficiently run service control. Obviously, with Nighttube, we move on to our next topic, which is at fleet. Obviously, we do our everyday operations with fleet. We have a very good understanding, very good teamwork, a very good relationship with Alstom. We understand what needs they have and what needs we have. However, with Nighttube, the bar raises quite significantly. Obviously, on the Friday and Saturday night, what planned maintenance they would normally have in their depots will be lost due to the fleet being required on the line. So what we need to do is sit down and collaboratively discuss with Alstom how we're going to plan the maintenance side. Having discussed fleet, infrastructure, just as a higher priority as fleet, similar problems. Obviously with Nighttube running on Friday and Saturdays, we're going to be losing key hours of engineering hours. So what we need to do is be smarter, be faster on other nights to ensure that we prevent any frustrated access, any unnecessary cancelled works because the paperwork isn't right, because we're not communicating well with staff on site. We need to make sure that everything is slick and quick. We need to know what works are being carried out, which we do anyway, well in advance, look through the paperwork, get the SMs, the controllers that are involved on that week together to see if there's anything that's missing that will prevent that work happening. We can do that. Once again, we'll be maximising those engineering hours, preventing unnecessary costs and maximising project time. What we are striving to do is improve the reliability of the network, and we can only do that by making sure that these critical engineering works takes place overnight, again making the Northern Line the most efficient railway we possibly can.
One of the challenges we face in service control is cooperation from outside agencies, train operators and stations. Sometimes when we request action to be taken on a station or on a train, we're faced with non-compliance, but with a little bit more familiarity with each other's roles, I feel that we'll be able to encourage that can-do attitude. The more information people have about how they contribute to the whole situation, the more likely they are to help us out to overcome any problem, reduce delays and improve the customer experience.
We've all definitely stepped up our response to Fit for the Future and making sure that we're more involved with staff. So speaking to the CSMs, especially ones in new stations that maybe have come from very different areas. We're finding that we're interacting an awful lot more now with area managers, and that's actually vital to help us overcome any of the logistical problems we're having.
To get a holistic view of how efficient we are and how much we are driving up efficiency, we also took into account our diverse tube users and their views of perception of the service we provide them. And it all lends itself to the fact that, one, the Fit for the Future stations model is the way forward. It's giving our customers an opportunity to see more staff who are visible in the ticket hall and other areas of the station environment where, for example, they're quick to respond, either in terms of incidents, for example, at a location like Camden Town, where, for example, where there is a degraded asset or an asset failure such as our escalator, staff are on hand to manage that incident, manage any disruptions arising, and also, importantly, to give customer advice as to the different branches of the Northern Line because of the uniqueness of that particular environment.
Aside from the night tube, which I'm really looking forward to, yeah, tube's doing a great job. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Thanks a lot as a customer.
To be honest, I think the service is pretty good already. I guess being around and helping with tickets and stuff like that, I think is useful. That's probably the only thing. I think for me, it's already really efficient. I think it's a great service already.
I actually find it pretty efficient already.
Okay.
Because I'm from Melbourne in Australia.
Okay. How does it compare to the metros there?
The topping up is much easier.
Here?
Yeah. Much more, many more options.
So the machines are user friendly?
Yeah, really easy for visitors to use.
What about staffing levels? Do you find there's lots of staff around?
The stations I use, I haven't seen any problems with staffing levels.
You would have heard lots of information from my colleagues around how their individual departments are going to make the change and continue to strive forward and overcome the challenges that we have. But this is not possible as a single unit. And that's where the one team ethos really hits home. One Lego brick by itself is a Lego brick. But many Lego bricks is anything you want it to be. And the Northern Line team is that. We can become and will become the best team on the Underground.